In this video, we're going to jump into my computer and go on Google Maps and check out everything there is to know about living in the Enterprise suburb of Las Vegas, Nevada. So let's get after it right now. Hey, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in Las Vegas, moving to Las Vegas, the Las Vegas real estate market, go ahead and hit subscribe, tap that bell for notifications, and you'll be the first in the know for everything that's going on here in the Las Vegas area. Hi, my name's Anthony. I'm a former attorney turned real estate professional who's had roots in the Las Vegas area since 1981, so I know a thing or two about the Las Vegas area. And every day my team and I, we get calls, texts, and emails from people just like you looking to make their move to Las Vegas, and we absolutely love it. Look, if you're looking to make your move in the next 9 to 90 days, go ahead and shoot us a text, give me a call, send me an email, and we'd be more than happy to make your move as smooth as possible. So, as I said, today we're going to talk about the suburb of Enterprise here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, Enterprise is a township that's part of Clark County, which makes up most of the Las Vegas area. There's also the city of North Las Vegas, the city of Las Vegas, the city of Henderson, and then there are 5 or 6 different townships, Enterprise being one of them. Enterprise has its own unique flavor to it. It's located in the southwest area of Las Vegas. So anything you're looking for, Enterprise has it. But let's jump into my computer. Let's get on the maps, Google Maps, and figure out where it is, what do you do there, and what it's all about. Let's get after it right now. Okay, so we're here in my computer now, and we're going to go through the maps and Google Maps and try and figure out what is Enterprise all about, where is it, what's it located, how do you get around the area. When I moved here in 1981, there was 200,000 people. Now there are 2.5 million people. This city and the Las Vegas area has grown tremendously, but it's actually a geographically very small community. So from north to south, you are just at about 28 miles plus or minus, and then from west to east you're at just about 26 to 28 miles depending on where you mark Henderson. So we pack a lot of people in a very, somewhat geographically small area. Enterprise comprises of 46-ish square miles of that area. So it's about a little 10 to 15% of the entire land area of the Las Vegas area. So it is here, let me get it on here. It is here in our southwestern corner. And you can see the basic geographic boundaries are from a street called Sunset, and Sunset runs just as most streets do here in the area. Everything is pretty much laid out in a grid. Sunset runs west to east, and then you come up to a street called Bermuda over here, and Bermuda is basically just real close to the edge of Henderson, if you've heard of Henderson. And actually it runs down to a street called St. Rose, which is the basic marker for the Henderson area. So you get Sunset down Bermuda to St. Rose, and then you follow out, funny enough, you follow out the train tracks, and that's kind of what limits and creates the boundary for Enterprise here. So it's this nice little chunk of land down here. There's a lot of parts of Enterprise that are still rural. Enterprise started out because it wanted to maintain its rural community, but as the population has grown, it's become more developed. So you still do find a lot of the rural parts, especially as you go out more towards the west. This big street here, let me run in here. This street here, which is called Blue Diamond. Blue Diamond hits the 15. So here's the 15. If you were coming in from California, you know the 15 well. And Enterprise is basically the first place that you would hit when you're coming into Las Vegas as you come in towards the Strip. So Enterprise comprises that southernmost tip of the Las Vegas area. But Blue Diamond is really cool because it crosses across Enterprise, and it will take you right here. There's a junction, and you can go out to a city called Pahrump. Pahrump is definitely more rural than Las Vegas, and it's about 40 miles away. But what's cool is this is also that Blue Diamond is the southern entrance to the Red Rock Canyon area, where you can go hiking, and there's a lot of recreation there. You'll hear me talk about it in my other videos. Check out my pros and cons videos, because this is a really great pro, being this close to Red Rock and having the entrance basically to Red Rock in your backyard. Now, another thing, right here you'll see this Bonnie Springs, and you'll hit Bonnie Springs on Blue Diamond on your way into Red Rock. Bonnie Springs, for a long time, as long as I can remember, was this really cool Old West area. So they built up Old West town. Think of a Knott's Berry Farm before it became Knott's Berry Farm, the amusement park. But you know that Old West feel of Knott's Berry Farm? That's what Bonnie Springs was like back in the day. And you know what? Up until maybe 3 to 5 years ago, people still went there. It was a great place to go hang out on a weekend afternoon. They had the old school mannequins that would talk to you and those kinds of things. It has since been sold, finally sold to a developer. Now, this Bonnie Springs area, because it's in Bureau of Land Management territory and it's right next to Red Rock Canyon, is now the most priciest area in all of Las Vegas. Home sites. Now, they haven't even started developing, but they are selling the home sites. The home sites start here at $5 million a parcel. So you are going to pay a pretty penny, but it is along your route on the way to Red Rock, and it's just fantastic to see, and just shows you what's happening with the development here in the area. But let's get back to Enterprise. So two big master plan communities of note here, and this is Southern Highlands. Okay, Southern Highlands, we have an entire video series about Southern Highlands because it is one of the most fantastic and prestigious places to live, especially if you want to live close to the action but not be in the action. You still want that suburban feel, but you need to or want to be close enough to all of the great things that Las Vegas has to offer. Southern Highlands in 2021 won the prestigious Best of Las Vegas Award for Master Plan Community, and it is, you know, something that all local businesses vie for to win that award in their category. And the fact that they won it, even though they've been developed for a long time, is really cool. This other master plan community of note here is Mountain's Edge. Now, Mountain's Edge is fantastic. For 4 years running, they sold the most units of any master plan community in all of the Las Vegas area. But it is a little bit smaller. As you can see how big Southern Highlands is. Now, this includes the Southern Highlands Golf Club, which takes up a big part of it. But there's only 6,000 to 8,000 homes in or going into Southern Highlands. And look how much smaller Mountain's Edge is. So there's a lot fewer homes, but the quality of life there is absolutely unbeatable because you still get kind of that rural feel, but you're right in the middle of the suburbs. There's a lot of really cool things. Along this Blue Diamond Road, this is where all of the significant infrastructure has gone into here in the Enterprise area. All of the shops there are, for the most part, new. There's a Target. This right here is a Target. There's a Best Buy. There's Office Depots. There's all the big box stores are right here on the Blue Diamond Road. Not only that, but as you go farther down here and you go towards Durango, this is all new shopping centers as well. So all of your grocery is going to be new. All of the traditional local eateries are going to be fairly new. This is all built up. And as you'll see, one of the other big things about the area is how many parks there are. There's the James Regional Sports Park, the Exploration Peak Park, Nathaniel Jones Park. There's just a lot of parks here. Now, there are 2 casinos in the area. There is the South Point Hotel Casino on this side of the 15, okay, this side of Enterprise on the 15. This is where all of the newest development is going on. So there is a lot of new construction over on this side. South Point's been there quite a while. South Point is amazing. It's really cool. And because Enterprise is rural, you'll find that a lot of the rural things happen here. At South Point, one of the big things forever, they hosted the National Finals Rodeo and the National Bull Riding Championships here. Super cool place to go. Great hotel. Then right here, you'll find the Silverton Casino. Again, the Silverton, because Enterprise has always had that more rural feel, is more of a Western themed casino. In it, the big draw there is this is where our Bass Pro Shops. It's attached and part of the casino. You walk through the Bass Pro Shops and you get into the casino. It's a huge Bass Pro Shops, just like most Bass Pro Shops are, but it has all the great things. There's also a fantastic aquarium with a live mermaid there almost every day. Just a great place to go if you want to see nature, nature Bass Pro Shop style. You can go there. I know my little one loves the aquarium. She is a sucker for that mermaid, and she will sit there and watch that mermaid for an hour. Just a fantastic place to go. On a side note, this is where our only Cracker Barrel is in the city. So that's also on the Silverton property as well. So South Point is on the Las Vegas Boulevard. So technically, you could call it the Strip. It's not really the Strip because even though it's Las Vegas Boulevard, you're about 5 or 6 miles down from where the Strip is. And the Strip is right here. So the Strip traditionally starts, at the Mandalay Bay and Luxor and makes its way up towards about the Stratosphere. And then beyond that, you have downtown Las Vegas, which is right here, which is Fremont Street. But again, why the area is so awesome is because if you want to live near the Strip, Enterprise is a fantastic place to live. Let's check it out. From the Silverton, which is at Blue Diamond, to the beginning of the Strip, you're less than 3 miles. Can't beat it. Great place to live, and just something that you should know about if that's what you're trying to do. If you want to go somewhere on the Strip, but you don't want to go on the Strip, let's say you want to go to the Forum Shops, or you want to go to the Venetian. You know what? There is a street right here called Dean Martin that runs right alongside Dean Martin, Frank Sinatra, and Sammy Davis Jr. But it runs right along the side here, and you follow this all the way. It parallels, and you never have to get onto the Strip and all the busyness and traffic of the Strip and still get to the Strip. On this side, on the east side, you have there's 2 streets. There's Koval and Paradise. They do the same thing. They run right parallel with the Strip, and it will take you to anywhere you want to on the eastern side of the Strip. So you can get to the Strip in minutes. Speaking of the Strip, one of the big things that Las Vegas has become is a sports town. Now, we have a couple different sports venues here. This is Allegiant Stadium. Now, Allegiant Stadium is on the Strip, and it is at the very southernmost tip of the Strip. And like I showed you just a couple seconds ago, you are less than 3 miles from Blue Diamond to get to Allegiant. You want to go to a game, you are 3 miles away. Can't beat that. As well, there is the T-Mobile Arena. This is where our Vegas Golden Knights play. Vegas has become the hockey town. A place that gets up to 110 degrees plus during the summer sometimes. you'd think that hockey wouldn't be such a big deal, but since the Golden Knights were born and raised here in Las Vegas, we have adopted them and we have become the hockey town. There are ice rinks and hockey leagues all over the place now, and people absolutely love it. As well, here's the Thomas and Mack Center. Again, you would not get on the strip itself to get there. You would take Paradise or Koval and you'd make your way to the Thomas and Mack Center. It's right off of Paradise here. On top of that, we have our local minor league baseball team, the Aviators. They play at downtown Summerlin in the Las Vegas ballpark, along with some other sports. They also do some great events there all throughout the year. Now, this is downtown Summerlin, and when we get to malls, I'll show you downtown Summerlin. But you'll see how close you are. So if you take that Blue Diamond, you take that right to the 215, you're there in 10 minutes, 15 minutes at the most, and you can go catch a ball game during the summer. And it is a fantastic park, fantastically family friendly. There's a play area for the kids there. There's a pool area for you there. There's just a lot of going on. This is literally right in your backyard. You are so close to everything here that you want to do. In addition to that, even if you wanted to go out and at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, okay, here's the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. You just get on from Enterprise, you get on the 15 and you just take it through the city and you get right to the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Not only are there races there, but every year they have a Christmas light display that is fantastic. You actually get to drive through it. Really cool. Now, on top of that, let's talk about malls, okay? Because everybody loves the mall. I love the mall. And you need to know where they are. So, right inside of Enterprise, you have two malls. You have Town Square, which is a fantastic outdoor mall. It's super cool. It's got all the great retailers that you could be looking for. There's an Apple store, a couple of the good restaurants there. There's a Brio, there's a Texas de Brazil, there's a Bonefish there. They have a Saks off Fifth. There's just so much going on there. There's also a huge AMC. That's a great place to go. It's just a great location, and it is outdoor, and they do all kinds of events there as well. There is always something to do here in Las Vegas. You just have to go out and do it. In addition to that, we also have two sets of outlet malls here in Las Vegas. One of them is right here within Enterprise, and that's the Las Vegas South Premium Outlets. And this is on Las Vegas Boulevard and Warm Springs. It's an indoor outlet mall. We have a sister outlet mall at the north end of the strip, and that is the Las Vegas Premium Outlets North, and that is on the north end around Charleston here on Las Vegas Boulevard. That one is an outdoor mall, but again, to get to either one of those, super easy. Then right in the middle of the strip, you have the fashion show. And if you've come here as a tourist, I'm sure you've gone to the fashion show. Well, now you're less than 5 miles away from it, and you never have to get on the strip to get to it. Cool? I think so. But other than that, there's also two other big malls here in the area. One of them I just mentioned before when I was talking about Las Vegas Ballpark, and that is downtown Summerlin. Downtown Summerlin is right here. Again, you'd get on the 215 right in Enterprise. You take it all the way around, 10-15 minute drive, and you're at downtown Summerlin. Another fantastic outdoor mall. It's also got Red Rock Casino right here. Another thing is right here, we are building right off of Durango. So here's our IKEA, which is right next to. But in this section right here, so it's just outside of Enterprise, but come on, it's Enterprise. We'll go with it. They are building another huge resort that is a sister property of Red Rock and Green Valley Ranch. This is the Durango, and this is going to be the next Station Casinos. So when you get here, no problem furnishing your house. We got IKEA right here. On top of that, let's say you want to take a trip. Where's the airport? Hello. It's right here. In fact, the edge of Enterprise, Sunset is the edge of the airport. Sunset Road actually touches the airport. So the airport is essentially within your backyard here. You don't have to get on the freeway if you don't want to. You can. There's sometimes a better exit over here. But if you don't want to, you can take the side streets up and get to the airport and be there in 5 minutes. Super easy to get around, super easy to get to everything you want to do. Look, there's a reason why Southern Highlands, Mountain's Edge, and this whole area is booming, and that is because of its proximity to everything that you want to do in the Las Vegas area. It has some of the best access, some of the best new construction. Like I said, this whole area on the east side of the 15 is all brand new construction for the most part, and it is booming. I'd love to show you some of this stuff if that interests you, or if you just want to know about Las Vegas in general. Like I said, it's super easy to get a hold of me. My contact info is in the description below, and we help people like you every day looking to make their move here. Because look, it's scary moving to a new place, not knowing where everything is, not knowing what life is like in certain areas. But I'll tell you, Enterprise is a fantastic area to look at. So anyways, you see how easy it is to get around everything. You see how easy it is to get to everything. You see why Enterprise is such a prime location. Enterprise is a fantastic option. I think you'd love it. But we'll leave it at that. We'll talk when you're ready, and we'll go from there. I'll see you on the next video, or I'll see you in the neighborhood. Thanks for watching.